welcome to another episode of Two Sisters of a Certain Age, Conversations with the Therapist.
And a doctor.
I'm your co-host, Judy Grant, licensed marriage and family therapist.
And I'm your co-host, Dr. Sophia Grant, board-certified pediatrician and board-certified child abuse pediatrician.
So, Candy, I think you've had a guest for the last week.
Yeah, Mommy's been with me. I had a party for Juneteenth. And when did I see her? Oh, I took her to the doctor on Thursday.
Right.
And I didn't like the way her skin was looking. Her nails were chipped. She was a mess. I said, well, if you come with me, I can take care of that. So the party was Saturday. Sunday, we got her nails done. She got a facial. And then she said, Candy, all my life, me think it's the best facial me ever get. Me just can't stop touch me skin. It feels so... She's so suggestible. Oh my gosh. And then
but that's so cute.
Then I took her to Nordstrom Rack because she needs some slippers in the house. They didn't have any slippers. And I bought her 3 pairs of shoes. And then maybe one day this week, she said, I came home from work. She said, Candy, me think me soon dead. Why, Mommy? Me just feel so weak. Me just feel so weak all the time. And I said, well, let's go return those shoes I got for you since you're about to die. No, man, me have to keep them. Yes. So there is always humor when Mommy is around. And then we've been watching a lot of, we discovered a show on Netflix, Magnolias, Sweet Magnolias.
Oh, okay.
Midsummer Murders is playing on the TV right now. But Sweet Magnolias, and it's just like, it's this town in South Carolina called Serenity. Is that it? Serenity? And we're black and white people. They live happily and harmoniously. Everybody is friends with each other. Everybody knows everybody. There's no racism. There's no classism. Everybody, it's just a wonderful town. Yeah. And it's focused on 3 best friends. Anyway, one of the women, Heather Headley, I actually saw her on Broadway. She played Shug Avery in The Color Purple. And she won a Tony years ago, maybe 25 years ago, for Aida. So she's a powerhouse, but she doesn't get top billing. And I don't know why, because I don't know these other people that, But, and then last night we found a British TV show, Inspector Ellis, about a woman who is so smart. They bring her in when nobody else can figure stuff out, or the department has gone to hell. And this woman comes in and she figures stuff out. So, and right now I'm making dog food for Raina.
Okay. So you've had a full week with Mommy.
Full week. Yeah. And the thing is, I normally don't watch a lot of TV, but since Mommy's here, I would feel like a jerk if I came home and started to do the things I would normally do if I'm by myself, since she's been by herself all day. So normally I'd come home, eat dinner by myself, do stuff in the yard, run errands, but it's just been me and Mommy, so I feel obligated to spend time with her.
But I think, she appreciates it. And I think it's also nice for you to be able to have that time. Yeah.
And then, of course, let's not forget, she can't turn on the TV or change a channel. So I have to, and then in the morning when I leave the TV on Bonanza.
On a channel that she will watch.
Because she doesn't understand the streaming or pushing the home button. So, yeah.
Yeah. Right. Oh boy. And then she goes home today.
Yeah, she goes home today. We had lobster for dinner last night.
Oh, fancy.
I bought some lobster at Costco and I cooked it and we had lobster. It was nice.
Sounds like a nice time. But going back, the Juneteenth party was really nice.
Yeah, it was fun.
and a bunch of people were there to celebrate Liberation Day.
So it was my third annual Juneteenth party.
Yeah. It was a nice time.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. All right. So you came up with a topic that you wanted to talk about. So I'm going to pass it over to you so you can explain what it is we're going to be doing today.
Okay. So you've heard the expression hot take, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's a hot take to you?
Okay. So this is a topic where people have differing opinions, and it's not necessarily like some heavy big issue. Like we're not talking about war or politics. It can be pineapple on pizza, yes or no. And it's just something that you hold firm with, and they're usually kind of fun conversations when you're talking about these hot takes.
Yeah. All right. So my first hot take is, you know how people freak out when somebody wears white to a wedding?
Yes.
Because the attention is off the bride, because
so much
the bride
so.
should be I'm like, I do not care if somebody outshines me at my wedding because they're wearing white, then I should have pulled myself together better. You can wear, I can be the bride and somebody shows up in a wedding dress. I don't care. That person looks like a fool. But this thing of everybody wants all the attention on them. You're the bride. You're going to get the attention. What do you care? As long as you're not wearing I'm more offended if somebody wear jeans and a t-shirt to my wedding than somebody shows up in a white dress. That's ridiculous. Do you agree with me?
Well, I do agree with you. And I see this coming up on TikTok and such. And I remember last year before, I don't know what, a young woman wore a pale yellow dress to a wedding. And I think it was the mother of the bride or maybe a maid of honor, spilled wine on her. And I'm thinking, that's drawing more attention to the young lady than if you had just left her alone. And they said it was too close to white. Now, I really don't have an issue with it at all, because I am the bride. Everybody knows it's my name that's on the invitation. And I have seen some beautiful weddings where the whole bridal party is in white.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And there's no competition.
And the thing is, nobody said, who's the bride again? I forgot. Who's the bride?
Right.
That whole thing of wearing, it's just gone too far, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I really don't mind people wearing white.
Yes.
Wear what you want to wear. You're comfortable. You look good in it. Again, I don't want a sweater vest at a wedding. That's just me.
Yeah.
I don't want jeans or shorts or a t-shirt. Again, just me.
Exactly.
But, a young woman coming in white, I don't really care about that.
Okay. This is my hot take. I hate when I have a function and it's not a potluck, and somebody shows up with food. Because you know why?
I know why. Because you and I have discussed this many times.
Do you have a plate for this? Do you have tongs? Do you have? I'm like, because it's an inconvenience. Suppose there's no more space on my buffet. Don't bring me food. Suppose your food sucks and I feel obligated to put it out, and you're ruining my vibe. I do not like when people come and bring food to my events, because I cook. You don't need to bring anything.
Right.
And this thing of oh, you have to bring something. That's not who I am. It annoys me when somebody shows up with something. One time, Mommy had a function, and somebody showed up with a lasagna. You have curry goat, curry shrimp, rice and peas, fried plantain, And at the end, of course, she's American. At the end of the evening, nobody ate my lasagna. Who the hell's going to eat lasagna when you can eat curry goat? Your feelings are going to be hurt. And then this Juneteenth thing I had, somebody came, they asked for a cutting board, they asked for a knife, and they were
Yeah.
fully assembling something in my kitchen. And, when you're having a function, your kitchen is already busy with people and things going on. Bring your stuff. If it's now this was a potluck, but bring your stuff prepared. Don't come to my house and take up space.
Right.
It's annoying.
And you and I have talked about this many times. You know what? You and I will host a Christmas or Thanksgiving, a party, whatever it might be.
Mm-hmm.
And I will, well, I mean, we're sisters. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, this is what I'm bringing.
Mm-hmm.
We have an understanding.
Right.
And then you invite, other people, and they will reach out. Oh, is there anything you'd like me to bring? And I'll say, nope, I got it. Or I'll say, you know what? I'd love a dessert.
Bring a dessert. Mm-hmm.
Bring a dessert. Or they may say, we're doing Thanksgiving. Do you need a side? I'm like, you know what? Yeah, why don't you bring the mashed potatoes? So I am totally cool
because you ask them,
I ask them or they ask me, but it is understood. And, everybody, the expectation has been set, as opposed to the person bringing the random macaroni salad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it.
Yeah.
Thank you for your effort. But again, I've planned out where every dish is going to go on my buffet. I have all of my platters out. And like you said, even more annoying when somebody's like, yeah, I need a bowl, I need a platter, I need a this, I need a that. And so I think and I know it comes from a good place, right? They're just like wanting to contribute, wanting to bring something to be a part of it. So I appreciate the effort, but I would also just recommend, hey, just ask the host.
Right.
Ask the host, what do you need? Oh, you don't need anything?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. And if you bring me wine, I don't drink wine. I won't appreciate it. I'll offer it to people. But like when people bring wine to events, it sits in my fridge, it gets dusty. Somebody I'm like, yeah. Okay.
You can give me the wine bottles. I'll take those.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We did not grow up with taking off your shoes in the house.
No.
That and then more and more people take off, have adopted the kind of Asian practice of leaving shoes at the door, which is cool. But I think if you're not Asian and it's not customary and you have a no shoes in the house rule, you can't expect people to come to your house and walk around, and especially elderly people, without providing clean socks or inside slippers. Mommy has avoided going to people's houses because she doesn't want to take off her shoes.
Right.
Me don't want to take off my shoes. My foot cramp up and me no want to wear. That, I think I get that. But like if you're I think Asian people, I actually went to an Asian person's house and they had slippers for people to put on.
Right.
But if that is your custom, you can't expect. And then I went to a function where there's no shoes. It was indoor, outdoor. So you're on the patio barefoot. You can't, like, what the heck is this?
Yeah. No. And, my house, the way it is right now, there's a lot of carpet, and it, quite honestly, it annoys me. So my family, when we come into the house, we take off our shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Because, we're just in and out. When people come to my house, I don't ask them to take off their shoes. If they want to, fine. They'll see my whole clutter of shoes. If they want to, fine. But I'm not going to impose that.
It's not mandatory. Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Right.
Absolutely not. And then I'm going to say, from a pure purely vanity perspective, if I show up at someone's home and I have to take off my shoes and I'm thinking, damn, my pedicure is rough.
Oh, or my heels are ashy.
I like, and I'm sorry, I'm thinking about this,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
And like, I don't really want to walk around with my
Right.
toenails looking like this or whatever.
Right.
Um, and so I think people also need to be mindful of their guests and making it convenient for them. So if you have a no shoe rule, great. Have like your little stack of socks with
Uh-huh.
the little grippies on the bottom.
Right.
Um, and
Rem-
I have people who follow that rule, and that I know them. I'll have my little grippy socks in my bag.
yes. Yes. Um, our cousin Gail used to have socks at the entryway to her house.
Yeah,
Yeah, because she's like, "Cuz no shoes," and then she would offer me socks. So,
yeah.
all right.
Mm.
Now, because I'm bringing up all of these hot takes, I'm going to seem like a complainer. But what else is new? Okay, I am not a mother-in-law yet,
But
but when I become a mother-in-law and I have a son-in-law or a daughter-in-law, I will keep my opinions to myself. I will not be meddlesome. I will like I have friends who have sons and they're like, my daughter-in-law has to do, and this is like back when their kids were small, not even dating. My daughter-in-law, my future-in-law has to do this and I'm like, really? You're setting yourself up to be one of these nagging mother-in-laws?
right.
I want to maintain access to my child, so I am not going to make waves. You know how I was talking to a friend, and you know how a lot of these mother son dances have gone from the wind beneath my wings to these choreographed routines and jump on it, jump on, you know, all of that stuff.
Yes, yes,
I,
the jump on it stuff.
anyway, I think they're so much fun, but guess what? I would never tell Boogie, Boogie, are we going to have a choreographed dance? I'm not, I am just going to wear whatever color they tell me to wear and just be gracious. And I'm not doing any of that stuff because I do not want to be a nuisance.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
some people just are so like interwoven with their kids' lives that they cannot help themselves.
Well, and they also like at a wedding, they want to have some of that spotlight, you know?
You you already
If
got married. Even if you weren't married, it's not your day.
but I think if your child approaches you and says, "Mommy, I want to do this with you." Absolutely, no
Okay.
problem. But I also think that there are plenty of mother-child relationships where they've been doing that their entire lives.
Oh yeah.
So to do it at a wedding, it's like, "Oh no, we do this on a Tuesday."
Right. Right.
So to do it here, it's totally no for in within our
Right.
wheelhouse. It's
Right.
normal for us.
My
Um,
friend my friend I was talking to about this because she has sons. She's like, "Oh, we're gonna dance to Michael Jackson." I'm like, "Really?" She said, "We do it every week already. It wouldn't
right,
take any practice. We
right.
dance all the time to." And she named the song, and I can't remember, but she's like, "This is our thing that we do. So it's not gonna be any. We're just gonna do it in front of other people."
Right. Yeah, that's really cute.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I agree with you about the meddlesome piece, and not just for the wedding, just for the entirety of the, hopefully forever relationship, because I want to be that mother-in-law that is supportive and nurturing and loving to my in-law. I don't want to create any havoc because I want to see my child and I want to see those beautiful
Grandkids.
grandbabies. Are you kidding
Exactly.
me? So
Yeah.
I want whomever my in-law is to be like, "Oh, I invited your mother over. Wait, you invited my mother over?" Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I want them to be excited about me coming over because I'm, just chill and happy to be there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
you know. So yeah, I don't want to create friction. I don't want my child and their partner to be saying, you know, when your mother came over today,
Yeah.
it really bothered me when she said this.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I would be horrified.
Yeah. Now the thing is,
Horrified.
if there's anything going on that we don't like, we can talk to each other.
Oh yeah.
But we're not going to bring it up to, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, no
Mm-hmm.
problem. I mean, our children already believe that we share every
Uh-huh.
single thing.
Yeah. Tell the
Yeah.
story of when you and your child got into it, and your child said, and I know you're just going to tell on Candy,
Oh,
and you're like, of course, she's my sister.
yes, yes. I think that was Maxine.
Mm-hmm.
Something I don't even know what she was telling me, but
Uh-huh.
she's like, I know you're going to tell her. I'm like, that's my sister.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I have every right to tell her.
Yes.
Every right.
Let me see. I'm trying to think of, I have a list, but I want to find one that you and I probably don't agree on. I don't know. I feel like
Hmm.
when grown ass men stay at home and play video games, they have no ambition. I believe video
Okay.
games, it's something you do as a kid. I don't want to come home and my husband is playing video. Like if I have another child, he's playing with his kid, but like these men who
Mm,
like stay home and play video games for entertainment, I would think that's not a type of man I want to be with. Why aren't you reading a book? Why go golf like a normal person? But the video game thing, I just
right.
feel like it's, and no, of course, I don't play video games. So I don't know how fun they are. I don't know anything about that stuff.
Hmm.
But you know what? Let me tell you something. As a child abuse doc, when I get the history of the kid who ends up with abusive head trauma and was being watched by mom's boyfriend or the father of the child, I'm like, well, what were you doing before you noticed? Oh, I was playing video games. I was playing video games. And do you know that that is frequently a trigger for abuse because the kid was crying and made me stop my game, or I was at this level
Oh,
and I had to attend. So I think that's where that comes in with
okay.
my
Yeah.
dislike for it. But I just the video game thing. As people say, it gives me the ick. Like if
Okay.
I go to a man's house, he has a video game console, and he does not have a kid around. Yeah, your
Okay.
thoughts?
Um, okay, so I'm thinking of your partner who has their full-time job because when you first said stay at home, I'm like, oh, this person doesn't have a
Mm-hmm.
job. That's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But if your partner has a full-time job, they come home, this is their downtime. I don't think I mind it as much as you do, but within moderation. Like you're not going to come home and spend the whole entirety of the evening playing while I'm alone on the couch or what have you. So if
No,
you
there's
do
no
that,
space for you on the couch because they're sitting on the couch while you're
okay,
cleaning, while you're making dinner. Like it would annoy me if I'm making dinner, setting the table, and they're playing video games. Would that
okay,
annoy
yeah,
you?
that would annoy
But
me.
it's
So,
their
but I think there
downtime.
is,
It's their
but
downtime.
it's not downtime for me. I think you can find
Mm-hmm.
other downtime where
Uh
it's
huh.
like, okay, dinner's over, we've cleaned up the kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
and you spend your hour, what have you, doing this, and I'm going to go and do this. So, again, I don't mind it so much considering that they are also a productive member of society and my household, but I'm going to ask for moderation. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to go to sleep while you're up and you're still playing until 2 in the morning. That's a problem for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. But if you want to play your little whatever, and I'm not a video game player, so I
Mm-hmm.
don't know either. But if you are into it and this is your, you know, de
Release. Uh huh.
stress,
Yeah.
self
Mm-hmm.
care, what have you, okay. But again, for me, in moderation.
I still don't like it. I still don't like it. I just believe it's juvenile. Like, can you imagine our father playing video games?
Okay, well, okay, that's just ridiculous. That is
Daddy would come home and read Plato in Latin.
right. Yes.
Okay? That to me is a real man. That, like, it's so unattractive to me.
Okay,
It's so
and
unattractive.
hold on. Candy said Daddy would come home and read Plato in Latin. That's legit. The
Uh-huh.
man would do that. That's not
Yeah.
a made up story.
No, no, no. That is, yeah, that's completely real. But I don't know. I guess that type of thing, it's just a turn off. I just, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
so I wrote down a couple. Do you want to hear a
okay,
few of
yeah.
mine? Um, I had three children. I breastfed my three children, and I loved it.
Hmm.
I loved it. But I also recognized, yeah, I'm done, or they're done. And I promote breastfeeding, but I'm not having a child lift up my blouse and tell me, it's time for me to feed them. I'm not having a grown ass 2, 3, 4 year old child on my boob. That's
Hmm.
not going to happen. And I know that there are plenty of people that do that, and this might offend people right now. My apologies. But that just does not sit well with me. If your child is old enough to ask for the breast,
If
it's
they
time to
can
stop.
unhook your bra,
If they can unhook your bra.
if they are studying for a spelling test, if they don't need breast milk, they don't
Yeah.
need breast milk. And I understand in developing countries where it is the custom to breastfeed for a longer time for whatever. Okay, but
Yeah.
I just the breastfeeding till they're 4. Like, I saw this mom who would go to school and breastfeed her kid. Like, at that point, it's not for the kid, it's for you.
You know, my three children, they all had their different timelines. Maxine stopped herself at like 11 months. Maya was 12. Grayson was the longest. But it's like, and he was 15 months. And I was like, this boy's got teeth. I
Yeah,
don't want that. I don't want that anywhere near
yeah,
my breast.
uh-huh, yeah.
No. So he was the hardest to wean. He also never took a bottle, but he was the hardest to wean. But I also recognize, like, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah,
done, and it's time for him to be done. Um, that might not be a very popular opinion.
yeah, yeah, yeah. um I do not have a problem with women breastfeeding in public.
Oh,
I
no,
think
not at
I
all.
think it's so beautiful and so natural and so lovely to see. I remember I have a friend who she was out to dinner with her husband's family, and their kid, and the kid was hungry, and she started to nurse, and her mother-in-law told her to go into the bathroom to do it. Go into the toilet at the restaurant to nurse her child.
Yeah,
That's horrible. Horrible.
yeah. I nursed my children in public. I also had like a blanket or
Uh-huh.
something, so I wasn't exposing
Yeah.
myself. Um, but no, if you got to take care of your baby, take care of your baby.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
I think it's beautiful.
and they have nice sort of shawl things that you can
Mhm.
cover and still
Mhm.
see your child. Um, but yeah, I don't have an issue with
Yeah.
mothers doing what they need to do,
Mhm.
what we
Oh
were
yeah.
biologically made
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
nobody should shame or
No.
blame a mom for taking care of her child.
Mhm.
But again, if he's unhooking your bra, it's a different
Mhm.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Oh, you give me another one.
um okay, this goes back to my children and they were little. I don't mind children sleeping in my bed.
Mhm.
I don't mind, them waking up in the night, coming into the bed and just, getting in there with me. I don't mind that. And I think there are people who are like, children should never sleep in the bed. Um, no, because I think we're also their safe space.
Mm-hmm.
And if they come to us in need and they're more comfortable, then yeah, there were plenty of mornings I woke up with two or three kids in the bed.
Yeah.
Um, but here's my but. I'm also not going to create a family bed. And I've seen people where their entire room, it's like a gigantic bed and everybody sleeps together every night. They go to bed together, they wake up together. I'm not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
My children will have their own bedroom. They need to come in,
Mm-hmm.
sleep with mommy, fine. But I'm not going to set them up for that because I think that would make it a little bit more difficult on me when I'm trying to now get them into their own bed.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And they can't stay with you forever. And then just logistically, I'm thinking of a couple and where is their quiet alone time in bed? And I'm not even talking about intimacy. It's that chit chat before you go to sleep as a married couple. You
Yeah.
know,
The pillow talk. Yeah.
as partners. So now you lose that when everybody is in bed from the jump. Yeah,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on that?
Um, I, as a physician, recognize that many cultures sleep with the babies in the bed. And I think that's gorgeous and beautiful. However, um, every month that we have a child death review team, and there are kids who have been sleeping in the beds with their parents and they get suffocated.
Oh my God.
And I believe that if you can ensure a baby is safe, they have these things, sidecars that
Mm-hmm.
attach to this. And if you want your baby close, you can do that.
Right.
But I don't think that babies should be in bed with the parents because, of course, most of the time it's going to be fine. But what do we have? Like, I'm thinking of my bed upstairs. I have a mattress pad that's so pillowy and cushioned, but a
Mm-hmm.
baby can't push up their head and they can die.
Okay. See, I wasn't even thinking along those lines, but yeah.
So, okay, so from the safety aspect, and then of course, if you have that family bed situation, so you have your toddler and you have your newborn baby and your toddler comes and lies on top of the baby. We have those deaths also. So, I think it's beautiful, but when the baby is tiny, small, can't roll over, can't push up, I
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
recommend a safe sleeping space.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they're 3, 4, 5, and they want to sleep with you, different story. But to bring a child home and to be, your newborn baby, to be in the baby with you and your spouse, it makes me anxious.
Mm-hmm.
And I think prior to becoming a pediatrician, I would have been cool with it. I think, abstractly it sounds beautiful. But when you go to child death review and you have 12 deaths of children
Stop.
under 18 in a month, and 4 of them are from unsafe sleeping practices, it gives you pause.
Wow. Yeah.
I didn't mean to get all heavy and deep, but
No.
that's just, I think it's beautiful when but are you going to have, nowadays they don't have blankets and cribs. Are you going to sleep without a blanket? Is your sheet so tight onto your mattress? Do you have a mattress pad? Do you are you going to
Mm-hmm.
be drinking wine and be super tired? Can you imagine? You're a mother, you have this newborn baby, you're super tired, and then the baby rolls off your chest and My gosh, that's a nightmare.
Okay, okay. Yeah. And when I brought this up, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking of more like that toddler age coming into bed
Yeah,
with you.
yeah,
But
that toddler.
yeah,
And then when they're sick, yeah, fine.
but Candy, I remember, and maybe I'm misremembering, but I remember like those nights where it's like, baby wakes up, you go and get the baby, you nurse the baby in the bed, you kind of both fall asleep,
Oh yeah,
so, ugh,
yeah.
yeah,
That I did that several times, but I had the sense to know that the husband was too hard of a sleeper and
yeah.
could potentially roll over and kill my baby. So it would be me, him, and the baby on the outside. And a
You,
baby should never sleep on, if your bed is up against the wall, should never sleep on the side closest to the wall because they fall and become entrapped.
right. And I think that's the way if my children were sleeping with me. That's the way it was with me as well, where they were on the outside with their
Mm-hmm.
little bumper, whatever guard I could put around
Mm-hmm.
them to make sure they
Yeah.
were safe. Okay, so that's my hot take on that. Um, here's another one. I believe a couple coming together, um, getting married, wonderful and great. But I'm not gonna say that you need to have a joint bank account.
That's not a hot take. That's common sense.
I don't I don't I don't think it is. Because I think it's like you're all caught up in the love and we're together and we're married and everything is together and beautiful and what have you. And it's like one of those things you get to do now that we're married and you open this bank account and it's joint. And I'm not saying you shouldn't have a joint bank account, but I'm saying I
Don't
want my
dump all your money in that.
I want my own bank account.
You should decide how much you're going to put into it, and
Yeah.
then you can pay the household bills. But like the communal monies pot, nah,
Yes, and because the thing is, I don't ever want to ask like, "Hey, I want to go get my nails done." No, I'm not going to
yeah,
ask that question. I'm going to
yeah,
just take the money that I earned and go
yeah,
and get my nails
yeah,
done.
yeah.
So, and I think part of that is just maintaining some sense of independence
Yep.
and autonomy, as opposed to everything is joint, everything is joint. Um, and I don't know that this is popular. I was married. I was divorced. I divorced with my married name. I then reclaimed my grant. Um, but do you need to get married and change your name? Do
I
you?
don't I don't think you do. But
Do you,
I don't have a problem if I'm not going to be like, ooh, just a victim of the patriarchy. If you want to do it, that's cool, but I don't it's not a must do in my opinion. And
yeah.
Mummy has a friend who, when I got divorced, said, "Do you think it's because Candy didn't change her name?" No, it's because he wanted to sleep with somebody else.
Right.
Had nothing to do
Right.
with my name. But yeah,
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
like kind of neutral either way. If when my girls get married, they want to change their name, I'll be like okay with it. But I'm not
Yeah.
gonna advise against it, or it's up to Now I know people who've been married several times, and every single time they change their name. Simpson, White House, whatever. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just kind of a like tracking failed relationships. Whereas like I could be married 3 times and still stay grand.
Yeah, and I think there was something for me when I reclaimed my name,
Mm-hmm.
that felt like very empowering and very like, no, this is who I am.
Yeah.
I'm not like, period, end of story. You might be in my life. I got remarried, right?
Mm.
I married this amazing, wonderful person. I didn't take his name.
It's too
He
hard
would
to spell too.
it's tricky.
Mhm.
But and he respects that, and he never asked me. And quite honestly, when we go out and let's say he makes a dinner reservation, it's always under Grant because his
Because
last
it's
name is
easier.
just,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, he's like, I could so be Rick Grant, no
Uh-huh.
problem.
Yeah,
um but I don't know, I kind of like that, owning my own identity,
yeah.
knowing who I am, and Grant is who I am, and that's who I will forever be.
I agree.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm tired of black people extending invitations to the cookout to white people who maybe they can dance or do something nice for black people. You
Wait,
know how
what? Wait, maybe they can dance. Wait, back up.
you know there's a saying in black culture where so and so is invited to the cookout, and it's usually uh a non-black person. You're cool, you can hang, you can come to the you've never heard that?
I'm thinking like vaguely, but they invite this non-black person
But
because,
yeah, because they're like cool. Like if you
oh,
like you're watching a video and this person can dance, this white person is just, and it's like he's invited to the cookout. No, he's
mm,
not.
mm,
He just can dance.
okay, got it.
Let's keep our culture intimate. Let's keep, there's certain things that do not need to be appropriated, and people are too quick to extend the metaphorical invitation to the cookout to some people who, like, it's not like let me see, I can't even think of an example. People used to be like, Bill Clinton's the first black president. No, he's not.
Mm,
No, he's not. When Barack was running, he said Barack's living in a dream world. You know? So,
mm-hmm.
no, he's not. Just because somebody understands culture and race politics and things like that doesn't mean that people need to be invited into the fold, into the most intimate of spaces.
Okay, so I hear what you're saying, like on a big macro level. Um, I don't know. If I'm having a cookout, I'm going to invite my friends,
But
regardless of.
Chitty, I'm not talking about that. You're thinking too. People use the cookout to represent. He's
Okay,
cool. He's invited to the cookout. He's invited to the cookout. It's
okay,
not like a real cookout.
okay, okay,
Like
okay. All right.
I would
I'm
have.
trying to follow you.
Yeah, it's like the cookout represents like black family reunion. You're cool enough to come. I can't believe you've
Okay,
never heard that expression.
not like that. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, yeah. So there is an expression that, like, he's invited. The cookout is like the intimate, special place with where black people can come and be together and
Okay, yeah, I get
do
it.
all of that stuff. And then people invite somebody to, a non-black person to the cookout because they're cool, they're down. Okay, but it's used in like social media world to
Okay,
represent that I think that person is cool. I think that non-black person is cool. So he can, obviously, I've had white people at my house. That's not what I'm saying. It's
okay,
the more intimate portion. That's what that expression is.
okay. All
Yeah.
right. Learn
Yeah.
something new.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to ponder that for a little bit.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, look up that expression.
I'm going to. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to. Okay, this is silly, and this is like my supernatural sort of. I just like to believe, and my sister doesn't agree with me. I believe that mermaids exist.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
I believe they exist, and if it's not like real existence, it just plays nicely in my fantastical mind. And it's like, I believe in Santa Claus. I believe in mermaids and the tooth fairy and all of those wonderful things. And I think there is a part of this like childhood fantasy that makes it fun to believe these things. It's always been fun for me to believe these things. And I know you have a very different opinion, but that's where I am. I like to, yeah, I like to think that these things exist. Do you remember when we used to watch, like back in the 70s, Bigfoot?
Scrubbing bubbles.
No,
Oh,
no, no, no.
you guys know what scrubbing bubbles is? They used to have this cartoon when we first moved to America where you spray and these bubbles would pop up.
Oh,
And
yeah, and
then
they
we
dance around
wanted,
the sink.
yeah, and they clean and everything. We insisted that mommy buy scrubbing bubbles and we sprayed it waiting for the bubbles to pop up and they never did.
Yeah, that was a disappointment. But that's a
Uh-huh.
different type of, that was marketing. I'm talking about these other sort of fantastical things that exist in our world or don't exist, but we
Bigfoot.
talk about. Bigfoot. We
Yeah.
used to watch on KTLA the Bigfoot documentary, the Loch Ness
Yeah.
Monster, all of these things. I'm like, why isn't there a Bigfoot out there? There
Well,
absolutely
I
could
mean,
be.
if Bigfoot existed, is it just one Bigfoot?
Right.
Because nobody's ever found Bigfoot bones. So
Yeah.
Bigfoot is eternal?
I,
You know,
I, I don't have an
I
answer to that.
I would believe in Bigfoot if somebody had found Bigfoot bones.
I don't know. I think I just saw a little video of a Bigfoot hide.
Sasquatch.
Yeah, Sasquatch, like as someone was off hiking. But
Mm.
and it's like I for me, it's just fun to believe in
I
those
Yeah,
things.
I
Like,
believe in Chewbacca more than Bigfoot.
oh God, I love Chewbacca.
Chewy.
I love Chewbacca.
Mm-hmm.
Would have my
I don't
own
know that
Chewie.
Chewy and Bigfoot would have gotten along.
I don't think so. Chewbacca was much more of a social being. Bigfoot is very
More compassionate.
isolated.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Who do you think would win a fight? Bigfoot or Chewy?
Uh, wow.
Chewy
Bigfoot.
is not prone to violence, but I think he can be violent if he has to protect somebody he loves.
I was about to say that. And I think he has the technical skills.
Yeah. I
Um,
don't think Bigfoot has any allegiance. I think, and
mm,
maybe Bigfoot is a loner. I don't know.
yeah.
Is there a girl Bigfoot?
Yeah, I don't have the answer to those
Yeah.
questions, but I clearly remember watching those documentaries with
Oh
you and
yeah.
Steve.
And thinking maybe it's real.
And it was always with the Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah.
Always. Always. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, let's just do one more because I'm looking at our
Okay.
time.
Okay.
People are already thinking we're silly enough.
Yeah. I do not believe that people should wear pajamas in public, pajama pants, bonnets,
Nope.
anything
Nope.
that is intimate. Like I saw a woman at a bus stop plucking the chin hairs off her face. I think that things that are done in your bathroom that are intimate should be kept at home. I don't want to see it on the street.
How about people flossing their teeth in a restaurant at the table?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I once went to an event and the majority of the people were Nigerian, and I don't know if it's a cultural thing. And afterwards, I looked around and multiple people, and I was like, what the heck is this? It was so off-putting.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, yeah, I think certain things. Now, I have floss in my car because sometimes I go out to eat,
Yeah.
get in my car, and I floss.
Hmm.
But even then, I don't want anybody looking over at me. But I think some things just shouldn't be
Now,
intimate. Stay at home.
so I think like the flossing and the plucking, that is definitely this hygiene piece.
Mm-hmm.
You started with wearing your pajamas and your bonnets out of the home. I think that's kind of a different topic, but similar thread. I think people have a lot of people have lost their sense of etiquette when it comes to that, and they'll say, "Oh, but I'm comfortable. I just go." I'm like, I can be comfortable in a pair of normal pants.
Wear some
Uh,
sweatpants.
Wear some sweatpants. And
Mm-hmm.
the only time that I'm down with the pajama pants outside of the home really is
Pajama
we
day at work.
we have pajama day.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pajama day. Everybody has a freebie and they can do
Mm-hmm.
that. But how many times have I been to the airport, and why is it that women feel and men feel that they can wear their bonnet? And I'm like, this is not a fashion statement. Now, let me be clear. I wear a bonnet every night when I go to sleep, but I'm not going outside of my home with my bonnet. And I
Okay.
just don't think it's I don't think it's cute. I'm like,
No,
you're going out in public, pull yourself together. So,
I've said many times I was the happiest as a mother when I was responsible for my kids' clothing and hygiene and food choices.
okay, what are you going
Um,
to say now?
we went to India recently, and my youngest child wore a bonnet on the plane, got off the plane, and still continued to wear the bonnet.
Okay.
We were met, and we got like marigold leis, and we took pictures. Nobody's ever going to see those pictures because I think that freaking bonnet is an embarrassment. I've spoken to her about it. I don't like it, but that's what she thinks is appropriate. She's grown, and we have diverged there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's a millennial thing where they just don't care about anybody. I think it's tacky. It's tacky.
And I think you and I, and women of a certain age grew up in an era where you went to the airport,
You got dressed up.
you got dressed up
Hmm.
because travel was a luxury.
Yeah.
Travel was a real privilege. And don't get me wrong, it's still a luxury, it's still a privilege today. And I might dress down today more than I did when I was 12, but
Hmm.
I'm still together. But I know how to put comfortable clothes on that still look appropriate.
Let me tell you something. I bought like a pretty periwinkle travel set at Target, not Target, Amazon. And I used to travel in that. And then I was in the subway leading from the airport, JFK, to different boroughs of New York. And I saw a woman in my same Amazon travel outfit. I'm like, oh no, we're not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
So I definitely dress down. It's more like comfy,
Yeah.
elastic waist,
Yeah.
but it's still I might have comfy clothes with a beautiful pashmina
Yeah.
because if I am requesting an upgrade, I need to look the part.
Yeah. And I will do comfy clothes, but I'm always trying to match
Mm-hmm.
and still look like, oh, she put some thought into her
Yeah,
ensemble
yeah,
today.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't put much thought into my ensemble today because I've got this on and I have sweatpants on, but you can't see that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's that. All right, so Candy, I think it is time for us to wrap up our hot takes
Let's wrap it up.
with Tusoka. So thank you for joining us. I wonder what your hot takes are, what those hot topics are. That might be a little bit, maybe not the most popular of opinion, but still your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have them, please share with us. We would love to hear what those opinions are. So, Candy, how can people reach us if they would like to?
TwoSokaPodcast@gmail.com and Instagram, Two Sisters of a Certain Age. And excuse me, YouTube, Two Soka.
Okay. All right. So thank you, everybody. And we will see you on our next episode. Bye.
Bye.
no longer network.